Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna have some fun. Y'all seem to like those decks where we're blinking stuff in and out, and I actually like them for a lot of different reasons, because we can protect our creatures, but we could also get aggressive, and generally those creatures have good abilities. So I'm gonna see if some new cards fit that old deck style, and if we can get some wins today on the Mythic ladder. Okay, obviously the best thing we can still do here early is going to be playing these prototype cards, mostly because you can play them cheap, and then they come back larger. So let's start with Autonomous Assembler. This is one we don't get to play that often, but generally I wanted just another 2 mana thing because most of the stuff we're going to play is 3, 4, or 5 mana. So I wanted to make sure we had something we get out there early, and this fits that bill. Alongside that, we're going to be playing some Steel Seraph because this card's just good. It gives lifelink, it gives you flying to get over the top. Obviously, we play it early if we don't have anything else, or we can just play it late and have a big 5/4 flyer with some crazy abilities. That means we're also playing Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This is just really good because it can deal damage to your opponent even if they try to kill it. It has lifelink, it has menace. If it's a 7/5, it's really hard for them to deal with. So, love everything going on about this. Now, these are going to be our main things we want to blink, but there's also Circuit Mender. We're going to play a couple of these because it is good to have early, even against like mono red, gain a couple of life. Maybe you get to block something, draw a card, help you out. Like, it's just a good quality card. Nothing real crazy going on there. But, with all that being said, how do we blink all these out? Well, we're going to start with Guardian of Ghirapur. This is a 3/3 flyer, so nothing crazy, but it does allow us to exile one of our own things and return it to the battlefield. So if we play this the turn after, we get a big body, that's awesome. Or, we just play it as a 3/3 flyer, right? Not the worst thing. We're also going to play Touch the Spirit Realm, and this is fun because it can be an removal card if we just need to get something out of the way for an artifact or a creature, and it, not everything, but we can use it just on the channel side for our own stuff, which is great. So we could play our own thing and then just sit on it, and if the opponent, say, decides they want to Sunfall, well then great. We save a creature, we get it back, and then we get to start attacking again. So love what this card does for us for sure. We're also going to play one copy of Scroll Shift. Kind of does the same thing. It's an instant. We get to draw a card. The only bad part is this turns it to the battlefield immediately as opposed to end of the turn. So we can use this as a combat trick or just during their end step to make a creature bigger, but at least wanted to play one copy to experiment with it. Other than that, we're going to be playing just some good quality filler cards so we can just play a strong game of Magic. So we're going to play some Fabrication Foundry to make it easier to cast our artifacts. Also could be cute late game to let us get some stuff back out of the graveyard. We'll see how that works out. We're going to play some Get Lost because we need removal. This removes a whole variety of things. So between this and Touch the Spirit Realm, we should at least have a fair amount of removal to get us where we need to go. And we're going to play Shieldred because we already need black mana for some stuff, so why not, right? And it's a good card that if we can get some early damage in, will allow us to finish things. So yeah, these are the cards we're going to be playing today. If you want the full video, if you want the full deck, it'll be at the end of the full video. But if you want to go to the description down below, you can get the deck list now, preferably after you watch the video. But when you click that link, it will take you to our Moxfield link where you can see today's deck and a pile of other really cool stuff to play in Standard. So let's go see if all this blinking stuff works at all on the Mythic ladder. If you want to buy any cards for today's deck or any other game stuff, remember to go to CoolStuffInc.com. You can use code DRAGON. That'll save you 5% at checkout. And Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. Okay, this seems fine. Like one of those ones you look and go, it's not that impressive, but doesn't really need to be, I guess. Oh, we're losing this Autonomous Assembler, aren't we? My only hope here is maybe they have to play like a 2 mana creature and can't afford to play a creature and burn out the Assembler. That might be a lot to wish for, though. Maybe? Maybe? Nah, Assembler's dead. They're already highlighting it. You can hope to get lucky, but sometimes it just doesn't go that way. Or not. Maybe they're thinking about it. All right. So they opted to kill the creature as opposed to casting a creature. So they obviously had something they could play there, but they chose not to. So here's a decision. We can either play this and then kill something and then roll into Shieldred, which is kind of hard for them to deal with without Witchstalker's Frenzy. You know, I think I am going to do that. It's a little wild, but probably accurate, especially if they play something like Godric here or a Squee. Getting to kill that off the rip is pretty good. As opposed to just playing a Circuit Mender. Circuit Mender would have been fine against Squee. Would have been bad against Godric. And there's the Squee. They might also just be playing around the fact that we have a removal, but 'tis fine. Alright. Oh, that's not a bad backup plan either. Alright, so we have Shieldred now. Which this is nice, because if we can stick this next turn to kill something, then we can just go full-size Flesh Gorger. We're probably in a good place. Oh, they had the Witchstalker's Frenzy. We had to hope they didn't, but they did. Alright, we're just going to do this and push the envelope a little bit. Can we get away with just drawing 2 cards here? That's a real question. I don't know that answer. I think we just kill a creature. I don't think we mess around here. We have enough life gain in hand that I feel like if we just play it safe, it's hard for us to lose from here. There's a Godric. We might end up trading Godric for a Flesh Gorger, unfortunately. Oh, this is interesting. What if... What if we played the Flesh... Oh, we wouldn't have the mana, though, because we'd use 1 from that. Black, black. Oh, I guess we could. I was just thinking, like, could we trick the opponent into spending some amount of mana there? But I don't think we can. It probably would just be a Rage. Because they could just play something and then Rage here. Or I guess they just take 7 if they have another Witchstalker's Frenzy. That would suck, but... Tis what it is. I'm just glad we're still at 12 life here. Play with fire on top. Not cool, not cool. The weird thing here is I don't even think we're supposed to block. Whoa, they're going to take 7 and then 7? To kill this? Wow. One was like, F your 7 life. Yeah, they're going to lightning strike it, I assume. Well, obliterating bolt, same difference. Alright, so they're at 4. This is kind of interesting because now I could attack for 3. Right? And then... I mean, because what do we need? 4 mana, so I could tap this, this, and this to attack for 3. Opponent goes to 1, we go to 10. I could still play Circuit Mender. Gain 2. I kind of dig that. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of into that plan. I don't fault the opponent for that last turn because, you know, they really didn't have much going on. Yeah, we do this. We're at 12. I don't think they're going to deal 12. Even if they got Squee out, that'd be 2, 3. This gets plus, becomes a 4/4, so that'd be 5. That's 8. Even if you had a land, you pump once for 9. No, that's definitely not going to let them kill us now. Now they're just dead to our land. Alright, I don't feel too bad. Mono red kind of did mono red things, and we still managed to win that. That's cool. Okay, we got a Foundry early. Let's keep this. Not sure how it's going to work out just yet. Okay, that's not bad. So we could Foundry, and we could just play Assembler. I don't know. We'll have to play it safe, because this might just be some type of Azorius Control shenanigans. You don't want to get too caught up in things. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this out. They could make disappear this. Oh, they don't have a make disappear. Well, that's good to know. Alright. Jace. Sure. Alright, well, I guess we're just on this Shieldred silliness. Pass the turn. We can eventually put a +1 on the automaton and then still attack with 1 next turn. Alright, no instant things to get rid of Shieldred. That's good. Revelry. Alright, that's a nuisance, but not world-ending, obviously. Question is, how badly are you trying to Sunfall? Because that's what I want to know. Alright, put a counter. I mean, I can cast a Eternal Wanderer next turn. I think I'm going to do this. And going to have all of these attack Jace. And then if they do Sunfall, then I guess we just try to Eternal Wanderer next turn. Alright, let me put a counter here. Okay, we did what we could. I'm assuming if they have the sweeper, we'll find out here. Or it could just be a Wandering Emperor. That would also be believable. Nope, there's the Sunfall. Okay. So they did only Sunfall for 2, which is nice. No secret. Ah, dang, lost both Touch of Spirit Realm. That sucks. Alright, so now I have to decide. No, we're just going to go ahead and play the Eternal Wanderer. We probably don't want to mill ourselves in this fight anyway.
This ends today. We can win this together.
Yep, that gets a minus. And guess what? I'll probably block. Oh, nope. They might have something. Oh, Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, that's fine. Like we don't really use stuff out of our graveyard. Opponent's got 4 cards left. I'm trying to figure out like where this is going. Trying to kind of piece all this together. We could also just get a pile of cards in this fight too, which is kind of good. Are you leaving up a Wandering Emperor? That's what I want to know. Alright, let's start here. And just say, can we get cards? That's question 1. We can. Alright, so let's get 2 cards. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's get a token. Steel Seraph or Flesh Gorger. Flesh Gorger is better to have later, so let's just go Steel Seraph here. Alright, if they have another sweeper, we'll see it here, obviously, but that's fine. And then we'll just try to drop our big guns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have quite enough. We would need 11 to do both of these. But we could Gorger, Shieldred, and then Blink the Gorger. So that would be an option. But this could also be another Sunfall into attacking the Eternal Wanderer here. We'll just see where that goes. Gonna kill our creature lands? Nope, they're not using the demolition fields yet. Oh, they want to kill that first. Fair. Don't blame you. And now this is where the sweeper happens? No. I mean, that doesn't mean it's still not. I mean, very well could here. Okay, so they didn't. So many choices of what to do here. I don't necessarily want to disc. I feel like this is one of our best options later in the game. I could just attack with a creature land. See if they want to exile it or not. Drop Shieldred. Alright, let's do that. I mean, obviously you can just kill this if you don't like it. Probably smarter not let us do that now, because if we go to the attack step, then I can't trigger another thing, which is smart on their part. But I could get 1, and then it comes back in. I get 2. I'd be able to use 3, 4 mana, but then I wouldn't have enough for that. All right. Let's give one of these. Actually, let's just give this Vigilance. So if there is a Wandering Emperor and that's their plan, they won't get to do what they want. Alright. Let's go ahead and just get black mana just because. Pretty sure I don't want to do anything crazy here. I feel like I could still activate this though. 1, 2. The opponent only has 3 mana now. Go. Still gonna go Vigilance. I was thinking though we could activate this and attack, but I think I'm just gonna go Shieldred. Just say you got it, you got it. Alright, so they had Niganjo. Alright, fair enough. You did it, fam. Guess I could have drawn a card this turn, too. I guess I could do that anyway, though. Alright. I could also get rid of this to get something back if I wanted to, but it'd really just be a Steel Seraph. Which, you know, isn't terrible. Especially if we get to later stages and opponents only had a couple of life. But I feel like another sweeper is coming here. Alright.
You can be made to obey.
Are there no other things here? Sunset Revelry. Alright. Hey, I get you some blockers for a turn. That's real. Another Revelry. Alright. Hey, back up to 14. That's something. And if they have another Iganjo, that would be able to kill a Shieldred. Okay. So this could let us get away with a little something something. So what do we want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not great. Not great. So actually, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You know what? We could try to get back the Steel Seraph, give Shieldred flying. It's kind of goofy. But alright. What if we get the 2 mana from this? And then we get rid of this. Artifacts you control, mana value X or less. Exile 1 or more other artifacts you control, mana return target artifact. Can I not do that? That's what I'm trying to do. Why can I not do this? I'm so confused. Alright, well, I'll have to figure it out in editing, because I don't know why this isn't working right now, and it's really bothering me. Okay, then. I guess this is just what we're doing. We're attacking. Just send them both at the opponent, I suppose. Does it have to, like, turn target artifact with mana value X or less from... Do I... Oh, maybe... I can't. It only counts those as 6. That's probably part of the problem here. I bet you that's what it is. I thought I could do that for 3, and I can't. And that's super unfortunate. But makes sense if that's true. Alright. That's tough. That's tough. Alright. Makes sense. Man, that's... Not being able to do that is actually really bad because I was basing this turn around that a little bit. And I kind of got locked up in my own thoughts there, and now I'm wondering what I'm going to do with these Flesh Gorgers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I could Flesh Gorger on the same turn. 7 and 3. That's possible. Alright, Fateful Absence. Annoying, but does mean they're not going to sweeper here, which is nice. And they don't have enough to do Memory Deluge, which is also nice. Alright, I guess this means we're going to see another Jace. Either that or they just didn't have a way to protect them. But they had a Sunfall anyway. Alright. Interesting. So they're going to have a 5/5 Sunfall creature with their 7 power Sunfall creature. We can also blink a thing now, so that's good. Do we care about saving Circuit Mender? Not really. Alright. We'll just get our card. And a Shieldred. Okay, then. Do we say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? So we could Flesh Gorger Shieldred. I'm into that. That's a good 1-2 punch. I mean, if they have another sweeper, we're going to force them to use it right now. Oh, no! It didn't tap the... Oh, Arena! Why did you not use the artifact mana for the artifact? Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Really? Oh, that's brutal. Oh, gosh, why? Why? That sucks so bad. Alright, I guess I don't want to waste the turn here, so, I mean... God, this sucks. Because now I have to decide... no. Alright, I guess I'll just play around protecting the Flesh Gorger. Ugh. Man, that makes me sick. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. We were set up so well, too. Oh, that hurts me so much. You have no idea. Like, seriously, why would Arena do that? Like, sure, I have artifacts in hand, but, like, I can only use that mana for artifacts. So if I'm casting one that costs 7, feel free. I have even 3 non-pain black-red lands, or black-white lands open. That's just, oh, gosh. So many levels of frustrating. Alright, we're going to attack for 7. Alright, and they didn't even want to use their things there. Alright, I'll Shieldred for sport here. So if they decide to draw anything, which doesn't look like they're going to. Alright. I could also blink this if I wanted to get cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, while that turn did matter and it was bothersome, like, we're still in a decent place here. Because they can't target the Flesh Gorger. So even if we blink it and they tried to do something else to it, they would just die. Oh, looks like Shieldred ain't going to make it to their draw step. I don't know how tempting it is to save Shieldred, but it's not worth it here. Really want to, but it ain't worth it. We're just living off the back of the Flesh Gorger right now. Also, don't forget that even if they do try to sweep the board and we blink it, they could still block with their 2 artifact creatures. So that's a thing. I've got 27 cards left, so I don't think we get milled just yet. Unless they have back-to-back Jace, then that's gross.
No secret escapes my
Alright. Flesh Gorger still good enough? Their plan here might also be to try to double block it, and if so, then we blink and we're good. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. Oh, Merrick's. There you go. You're not bad here. Neither are you. Alright, so we have all kinds of answers here. So I think we just go here for... Actually, tap this for white. F you, Arena. Still leaving up 2 and 2? Yeah, I think that's fine. Because then if we get Flesh Gorge or Flying, like, they really can't do anything here. Alright, give this Flying. I mean, you can't target it, so I don't know what the other option is here other than gain more than 3 life. Or 3 or more life, I should say. Yep, that's just going to do it. Cool. Okay, we'll keep this. Not technically the hand we're looking for here, but also not terrible. Like, if we were to find another black land going into turn 3, it wouldn't be enough. Well, I guess it would be. We'd be able to play this and blink it, which would be kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Nah, we'd be short 1. We'd have to wait till turn 5. We'd need a lot more help. But we did find the other black land, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and just play this. And that leaves us some mana open, either kill a thing, pump this, kind of open up our options a little bit. Why was I hoping you were just going to cut down that? Alright. That's tough. Was legitly hoping they were going to cut down, and they did not. Alright. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, that's not terrible. I mean, let's see what kind of removal they got. I mean, obviously, I would have waited if I had if one of these had been a land, because then I could do this all in one turn. But obviously, it's not going to be the case here.
And you think you can win?
But yeah, we got none of our blink effects the way we wanted them, so that's tough.
I've always hated crowds.
Yeah, I could have waited on that too. I could have done that end of turn, so I take at least 1 less point here. Hey, at least we know we have to kill a Shieldred, so that's good to know. Alright, so we're taking 2 points unnecessarily here. Well, you don't do much, do you? Alright. Can't really play it, because then I wouldn't be able to kill the Shieldred, which... Oh, there's a Preacher instead. Alright. Yeah, we're not winning this one, y'all. Even if they just have just 1 removal card in hand, we're going to be toast. Yeah, that's just not going to let us get there. Alright, GG's. That hand was pretty bad. Alright, we get to go first. Yeah, I actually found room for a couple of smithies between games, and I got 3 copies of the Virtue of Loyalty worked in here too. Question is, does this do anything? So let's keep it, and hopefully we draw the cards we need. I mean, we at least have a flyer. Alright, we got Fabrication Foundry, which should help. That could at least do something. They're just going for real on the artifacts. They at least have a flyer that could do something. So that's a thought. Alright, I guess we gotta... Do we, though? I was thinking, like, we kind of have to do... Oh, yeah, actually, we can't cast the Phyrexian anyway. We don't have a second black. So this is fine. I thought I had the illusion of choice, even though I really couldn't cast the other one anyway. Please don't kill my Steel Seraph. You could juice your creature all you want and attack, opponent. That would be great, actually. I would welcome that. Whenever it attacks. You could actually put that on a thing and then use one of the maps. See, I'm going to highlight them for you. Oh, that's actually way more of a problem. That's a much better play than we had in mind. Oh, but we do have the smithy now. Don't think we care that much about the smithy, though. Not yet. Though, If we get it started now, the next turn... Just trying to think what the next turn looks like. Like, if I get the black mana, do I actually want to Flesh Gorger, or would I want to just play Shieldred? If so, then I feel like I could just play the Smithy now as a 3/3 and be somewhat okay with that. But I think we're just going to attack. Get some life. Hopefully they don't have the right removal cards. And we'll just try to play around it. Alright, here's hoping. Though I will say this, if we do get an untapped black source, we could play the Flesh Gorger and still have up Get Lost, which isn't bad, actually. Like, that's way more than reasonable. You can make me not block. I mean, that's a real thing. Or make a creature not block. I mean, the reality is I'm not planning on blocking that one anyway, so it's fine. I mean, they don't know that. Okay, we'll just block here, take 5. Okay, so we got a land, and it is black. However, this does create the next question of, do we want... Because this is only going to be black for a turn, so I think we just go ahead and just play Flesh Gorger. And just leave mana open for Get Lost, I think, is the correct play here. And then in this instance, we just go, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and gain our 5. Actually, yeah, let's just gain 5. And then we can choose what to kill next turn. Oh, wow. They don't even want to have another pirate there. Interesting. Cool, cool, though. I ain't mad at it. Alright, so what you want to do, friend? What you want to do? Do we just let that die? Yeah, we'll see. They had a land. Alright. Assuming they're going to crack the other one then. If so, we probably just kill Britches, right? Because the 5 is bothersome, but not, like, super annoying. Like, you could make that as big a creature as you want. Like, our turn ends up being much better with all the life gain. Alright. Plunderer. Enters the battlefield, create a treasure. Alright, you got treasure, friend. Sounds great. We're going to give this flying. I think. Yeah. And we can attack for 11. I'm into it. I mean, if you can find a way to kill me in the next turn with all that lethal staring you in the face, so be it. Seems pretty good for us. Had a little bit of a shaky start, but everything worked out. I mean, they could... well, they're not playing it, right? I was going to say they could burn down the house, but that's not likely to be in that list. But who knows? I mean, we've seen some crazy things on the ladder. See, these turns are always amusing because they give you the, like, hello as a hurry up, and then they take forever, but I'm not rushing them. You know, I get it. It's a pivotal point of the game. You've got 4 cards and a pile of mana. Like, you might need time to think about something. And they're obviously there because they're highlighting stuff and looking at things, so it's not like they're just roping. I mean, they're thinking something out, obviously. But this is why when you ask, like, why am I using the thinking emote? It's for this very situation where they know I'm still there, and I didn't just, like, time out or something. I'm just, like, working through stuff. But they conceded, so it's all good. Oh, man, this would be a good hand to be going first with, because then we'd have all kinds of options going into the later turns. But yeah, we're going to keep this. This is good enough to not throw away. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see from our opponents, though. Not early here. All right, what you got for us? Schooner. How do we feel about things? Like, we're not blocking a Schooner next turn, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And see if maybe we get some unlockable options for next turn. Could end up playing like Assembler, leave open loyalty, that sort of thing. But I assume we're just going to make a creature so we can attack with the schooner here. Oh, bats. Well, there probably goes Virtue of Loyalty. If I were guessing. Nope, they just took Shieldred. Okay. Good to know. That is a nice thing to have in our holster. I mean, we do have to be aware of, like, make disappears and stuff, though. Because there's a chance those are real. So I think we go ahead and make sure we manually tap this. And pass the turn. I guess we could have played this too, right? Played that, tap. Well, we wouldn't have had the option of Virtue. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't even get a chance to use it. Wish I would have had some. Well, even if I had flicker effects, it wouldn't matter. They would have just cut that down. The good news here is they only have one color mana. It's blue-black here, so that's kind of good. I mean, obviously they can still play Make Disappear, but they can't play like Rafine or whatever here, so we do have a little bit of time. Oh, interesting. I was not expecting to see Stalker. That's kind of cool. They're obviously looking for color mana here, which is probably why they're just tossing all those in the graveyard. We need to find a removal card, though, so we could just play that Shieldred. You gonna counter this? I mean, our hand's pretty weak sauce right now. Okay. Here's an option to get this back. Alright, we'll try to attack for 2. Problem is, if they have a Make Disappear, it's still good here. A little surprised. I feel like if they had it, they would have used it, though. Because our hand was so terrible. At least that's what that feels like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong here. Very possible. Alright, well, we're going to try. I mean, I got nothing else. I mean, if you got it, we'll see it now. Alright, try to get rid of that. Alright, well, they have to play something else to be able to... Well, they had a Mastermind, never mind. I was going to say you have to play something else to screw the schooner, but they do have something else. And a Spyglass Siren. Alright, I mean, they're keeping the pressure up. But they are out of colored mana. They're obviously hoping to hit a land, which they didn't. Getting rid of the bat. So we're going to have to take probably 6 here, go to 8. We will have Shieldred, but I don't think that's going to be enough to keep us alive in the long run. He did find a land off of that, though. Blocking here worth it? Probably not. We just have to go no blocks. Hope they don't kill our Shieldred. I mean, it's kind of where we're at. That is an interesting card, because we could at least block flyers with it. But I think we wait, because there is still a chance. Not a great one, mind you, but still a chance that we find, like, Steel Seraph and then can blink the Steel Seraph and have 2 creatures. Okay, they actually had 1 removal there. So now it's just we have to find one of our blinkable creatures. That's what this is all about. Or else we're just dead. And we need them to not have another bat, right? Alright, we don't have a choice here. We need blinkable creature off the top. Or we, for real, can't win. Alright, that's one of them. Tap for white. For white. Play this. Hope they can't kill a creature. I mean, I assume you can with those 2 cards open. Might just be a go for the throat, though. Which doesn't kill our Steel Seraph. Actually, can we even live? Steel Seraph could block something that blocks... I mean, a Reef makes this very questionable. Mastermind also is not good. Yeah, I don't know if we can. We can block, but go to 1 right now? Yeah, I think that's all we can do. No, because it's still too many. Yeah, we die anyway. Yeah, I had no life gain. Yeah, we're dead anyway, because there's an actual extra attacker I wasn't accounting for. Yeah, we're just dead. Man, we just took too long to do anything productive. That's tough. Yep. Alright, GG's. Alright, we're definitely keeping this one. This would be foolish to throw back. Alright. Obviously, it's just going to be Assembler on 2, Flesh Gorger on 3, Shieldred on 4, and hope that's enough. Alright. Have to hope them Lilianas don't hit the way the opponent wants them to hit. Actually, if we feel like that, maybe we do this. We'll at least get a card if it is just Liliana. And otherwise, we can mostly block a Sleeper, I guess, unless they want to tap out for it. Alright, so it was Liliana, so we get a little extra value there. Not a lot, but it's something.
You're telling me
Something of note.
off you go.
We can play that into this. Alright. Gonna kill that too. So I kind of understand if you want to.
We all have things we'd rather.
I'm just discarding this Takenuma. I'm holding on to these other pieces. Like, if you got something, bring the pain, I guess. Oh, another Liliana. That's gross. But okay.
No distractions.
Good news is their hand's getting emptier and emptier by the second
I've
here.
always hated crowds.
Alright, this is something. So we can cast this. And cast this. I mean, we discard Shieldred, which sucks, but... Seems like the right call.
Drop it.
Awesome. We wouldn't have got to keep her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You got it, fam. Yep, no blocks. Looks good. Let's activate this. We will send this. Whoa, not right. This into here. These two here. Alright.
I'll be
In the turn.
with friends.
Alright, another sleeper, which is probably going to be the blocking sleeper now. But that's fair, I guess. Alright. Pass. Alright. And the 4/4 is probably not even attacking anymore. Make this bigger. No cut down? Excellent. Excellent. So then here, I think I'm only attacking with the assembler. I'm just saying, feel free to trade if you want to. They're not going to trade. Arena. Come on now. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play the land. Because now we'll have a situation where if we draw, like, Steel Seraph or something, we can just come over the top. Also could drain the opponent for 2 with our land. So we kind of have a few things going on here. Because they're only at 8. You got to attack with at least one of those, right? Nope. It doesn't matter. We're not drawing anything, so it's whatever. Do I have a better thing to get? I could get like another Flesh Gorger. Then they'd have to have 2 blockers, but that doesn't really solve much. Alright. Well, I'm attacking, I guess. And if they want to trade for one of them, sure. Yep, seems fine. You got it. In the turn. Looks like we're both drawing lands here. But they get to use their mana to get more cards. Oh, they got their own Flesh Gorger. Alright, we need something big now here. Something off the top deck to help us out. Yeah, we'll just take the hit. That's fine. Actually, if we get a removal card here, we can still win, right? 3, 4, 5... we'd be 1 short of killing them. But we do have another big Flesh Gorger. That is something. Alright. Not what I was expecting to draw, but I'm also not mad that I drew it. Let's see what you got going on. Alright. I mean, they have so many cards at this point. They've drawn like 7 extra cards this game. Actually, no. They've only drawn either 4 or 5 extra cards. Now 6, I think. Still a lot, though. A lot of value to be had. Alright, they have enough to double block some things here to stay alive. If they attack, they're dead, because they're only at 5. Okay, now you attack with that, that's fine. Attacking with the underdog was weird, though. Because now they go to 8. I mean, sure. I mean, alright, so let's assume you block this. You take 3, 4, 5. It'll only be 5. Alright. Well, that's something, I guess. Huh. So we attack with both here. Well, no, we don't. Because then they would take... If we attack with both, we have to attack with the land to force them to block the 7. Alright, well, opponent conceded anyway. I don't think that was as clean cut there, because here's what I was thinking. If we turn this into a creature, we attack with all 3, they go to 6, then they're forced to block this. We trade their sleeper for our Flesh Gorger, then they take 4 and they're at 2. But then I have no blockers, and that's pretty much all my mana for the turn, right? They'd still be able to attack us, gain 3 back, so they go to 5, plus whatever else is in their hand. But their hand might just be crap, and I don't know, right? But they would still have blockers and not necessarily be dead if they had another creature. So I was probably just going to attack with Flesh Gorger, let them trade, go ahead and play Thousand Moon Smithy, get a 3/3 or 4/4, I guess. Put pressure on the opponent to do something while being at 8 life, and then see if we could finish it off from there. Okay. Yes, we are keeping. No blink effects in hand, though. That could dictate how we play this a little bit. Alright, I'll take a turn off to do that. Why not? I might regret that later, but for now, this is what we're doing. Okay, that didn't really work. I was thinking maybe, possibly. Okay, what do we want to do here? Play the Assembler, because we can block. And then just leave up Virtue of Loyalty, probably. I don't hate that. I was thinking about playing Circuit Mender, getting 2 life, but we can kind of still do that whenever. Alright, you have a Coppercoat Vanguard. And you have a Skrelv, which doesn't do too much against our deck, actually. You love when the opponent just chooses not to attack with an aggro deck. That almost feels like we won something, you know? I am going to play Circuit Mender. Actually, I'm going to play this because this might actually have to kill something. And again, Arena chose to be rude. I'm just going to pass here. We're better off keeping this on defense because I can kind of pick and choose what we get to block. Oh, Brutal Cathar's rough. Probably just get rid of our 2/2 here. I don't know. Maybe not. Get rid of Flesh Gorger, cost them some life. Fair enough. The dangerous thing for the opponent about getting rid of Flesh Gorger is that if we kill the Brutal Cathar, which we have ways to do, or exile it, we get back a big 7/5. That becomes a real problem for them. Alright, let's make this a bigger body. Alright, we found a land. I think we're going to go into Shieldred here. Pass the turn. Still better off saving his blockers. Even if there's another Brutal Cathar here, this works out better for us. Intrepid Adversary. Okay, that at least makes this combat a little more problematic. I mean, I say that. I mean, we trade for... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well now that Deuter might be a problem. We might best be racing to 2 more mana so we can use the Eternal Wanderer. Might be our real thing. Go ahead and put another counter on this. Alright, so question is, if we know we're going to use the Eternal Wanderer, do we even care about playing Virtual Loyalty here? I feel like the answer is no. We're just doing this. And then pass the turn. Actually, yeah, because attacking here doesn't do much. I mean, we would have traded for a Knight Errant, most likely. This at least puts some pressure on the opponent. Yeah. Hopefully we survive. We Circuit Mender. We get rid of their board. And we're not completely toast. That's what we're hoping for here. We need a lot of things to go right. Let's start with, are there any blocks where we win anything? I think we block here. Just in case things don't go completely right. It's just like, are there blocks where we still win? 14, that's 20... No. If we block the adversary, we would take 14, 19. Puts us at 3. We get a card. So we get 2 cards to draw an untapped land. If it's not an untapped land, do we have any realistic shot? Because otherwise, we're better off just stealing the Flesh Gorger back. And then, if we're going to do that, then just get to attack and gain 7. We'll gain 2 off of Shieldred. Ah, that's a tough one. Alright. I'm going to go here, because if we do get what we want, we at least get this back anyway when those all die. So, sure. Oh, no, that's not right. Because there's another 5 getting through that I'm not paying attention to. Missed that entirely, actually. Almost killed ourselves. Alright. That works. Alright, we need there to be an untapped land in these next 2 cards. Is basically what this amounts to. Or we don't win. Alright, there we go. We got there. It was a little ugly, but we got there. Alright, I can attack just for sport. They're probably not blocking. Even if they do, we don't care. Alright, then we play this, and then choose a creature each of us controls. I am totally fine letting them... We're going to keep this thing, and for them, they can keep probably a Skrelv, right? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, they go to 22. And then they can search if they want to. Alright. we are going to attack. Probably with both of them. Because we're going to untap our stuff. For sure. And one of those can't even block. And then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. And then I think we're pretty good. Yeah, because even now, killing the Eternal Wanderer doesn't even do anything. Yep. Alright. Whew, that was close. Alright, so the changes here did matter. I was kind of a couple of times hoping, wishing, really, I should say, that we had more blink effects. And the Might Stone, Weak Stone did not come in handy as much as I wanted it to. I think having 8 removal cards between the Get Lost and the Touch of Spirit Realm, and some of our creatures just being big, is kind of enough on its own. I don't think we need to go too crazy with it. Fabrication Foundry was okay a couple of times, you know, so I don't want to dismiss it entirely, and it can ramp up a bit. But what I was considering is if we cut Might Stone, Weak Stone, and we just played like another, I don't know if maybe Virtue, but for sure another 1000 Moon Smithy. Because, I mean, we have 18 artifacts, so it's not unreal that that could be really big. And then we could have our choice of either Circuit Mender or another Virtue of Loyalty, if you want more things to play on too. Because right now, we don't have any real threats. Maybe it should just be, I mean, we should just make it another Virtue of Loyalty. Because I'm just realizing, like, we don't really have much on 2. If we wanted to cut Fabrication Foundries altogether, we could just play another Assembler and then just be back down to 60 cards. And I think that would be fine too. Though there is something to be said about, like, when you're on the play, Fabrication Foundry on 2, then even 1000 Move Smithy on 3, and then do something like Shieldred on 4. Like, that's totally reasonable. I do want to adjust the mana just a little bit, because I felt like there was a couple times we didn't have quite enough black mana when we wanted it. But something like this is probably where we want to be. I mean, it puts us at 18 artifacts. Still plenty to do here. Gives us a little more on every turn now. Like I said, I wish there was something else on 2, and there might be something I'm missing that would be more worth playing other than Fabrication Foundry. And I don't know what that is. I mean, maybe we could play stuff like Automaton, because we have enough. That would still be only 18. If we had like 20 artifacts, I feel a little better about that. But I don't know. Maybe, again, it should be another Assembler. I don't know. But just something to think about. But as it stands, this list is 2 Fabrication Foundry, 4 Get Lost, 4 Guardian of Ghirapur, 4 Touch the Spirit Realm, 2 Circuit Mender, 3 1000 Moon Smithy, 2 Shieldred the Apocalypse, 3 Autonomous Assembler, 4 Virtue of Loyalty, 4 Steel Seraph, 1 Eternal Wanderer, 4 Phyrexian Fleshgorger, 1 Iganjo, 5 Plains, 3 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 4 Caves of Korlos, 4 Restless Fortress, 4 Shattered Sanctum, and 2 Merrics. So this was a tough one, because I feel like any of the games where you're on the draw against, say, like Mono Black or something are really, really difficult games. And I feel like previously we had like one other card that let us blink stuff at instant speed that made this a little bit better. And not having that is a little tough. However, I think shifting, as we did kind of midway through the video, to being able to play stuff like the 1000 Moon Smithy and things of that nature make it a little bit easier to kind of get some wins you wouldn't get otherwise. So I think the changes make a big deal in this list. But yeah, if you're looking for a way to do some blinky type stuff, this is a thing that could work for you. I don't think it's going to be gangbusters by any stretch. I mean, even for me, I think it was something like a 53-54% deck, which is still fine. But it does take some getting used to and remembering how your cards work and playing around all this stuff. So it's not one I would say just toss it out there. It takes a lot. It's a deck that takes a lot of planning from turn to turn to get to work the way you want to. But it was a lot of fun, and we get to play with a couple underplayed cards, which is always a nice thing. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Junk Diver. Mostly because it's not junk at all, and I really would have enjoyed having a card like that in today's deck. But honestly, the reason I bring this card up is it's only had 3 printings, I believe, so far. And these go for a pretty good chunk. They're like $5 cards. And this is another one you find in bulk bins all the time because you almost never see it. But any deck that wants to play Commander and wants to be getting artifacts in and out of the graveyard, this is obviously going to be perfect for that type of deck. Even better if they have a way to like reanimate this and then just keep swapping things. But yeah, just a really cool card all around, and not one you see a lot of play, and still is worth a little bit. But if you are looking to play more artifact decks, we put a Gruul list together that was actually really fun and kind of surprised me, truthfully, so you might want to check that one out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.